Welcome, everyone. This is Lindsay Gramont, the Homemade Mommy, and I'm super excited about this topic tonight. This is the third in our Anyone Can Share Zoom series, and I'm so happy to have so many people on here live and participating in the chat. It's super fun to do that, and I love looking at all of the comments and all of the questions, and it helps me to tailor what I'm going to be talking about. Tonight we are talking about how to share on social media, and the whole reason for this series is to talk about all the different ways that anyone can share Young Living and to really just debunk the myth that you can only build this business quickly with classes. So I'm super excited. You can listen to the first two videos if you haven't already on the YouTube playlist that I will post a link on in the groups, and you will see that all of these are being added to a YouTube playlist on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/hmademommy. So where most people go wrong on social media is when they put on the used car salesman hat and become salesy. Just because you are in sales or with a company like Young Living that is an MLM company does not mean you have to do what everyone else is doing that you see posting and that you think is kind of gross. This is one reason I didn't want to get involved with an MLM before. I saw so many posts that just flat out turned me off. So what I'm about to share with you, and we also have Tracy Black Nielsen on, Stephanie Moram on, and Ashley Diet on, and Kelsey Christensen, who are all diamonds and who really get this. They get these concepts. And what we are all about to share with you is just super important. So I want you to get out your pen, your pencils, paper. I want you to take some notes. I want you to really focus and listen up. And I want you to watch this more than once because this is so important. And it's just huge because it's really crowded at the bottom of this industry with amateurs on this particular point. And it's really, really crowded on the bottom with people who don't know these special skills and how to share on social media. If you learn these skills, you're going to be able to blossom in this business and everywhere else in your life. And there's just tons of people who do not build wealth or influence. And I can't even tell you how amazing it is to build influence on social media because you can truly make a difference and help so many people. And that's just like a side benefit. I mean, you thought you were wanting to learn this to help build a business, but what you were actually doing is growing in your skills that will help you to do things like when Hurricane Harvey hit, I raised over $3,500 in less than 24 hours for the Austin Diaper Bank to ensure that people there had diapers for their babies really quickly. And that was huge for me. I mean, being able to do that, put a call out there and to get that addressed, that would not have come without the influence that I have. And it didn't start out that way for me. I got to tell you, it did not start out that way at all. You know how Facebook tells you what you posted like 9 years ago or 10 years ago? If you were on Facebook that long ago, I was, and the things that I see, I was negative. Nobody commented or liked the posts. I was complaining about my job. I was complaining about, my baby. I was, just negative. And that just, I look back and I just can't even tell you how crazy it is to see how different a person I am now than I was then. And it just took trial and error. So just know that I didn't start out this way. I had to learn how to do this, and I had to really figure it out on my own. And you're getting this amazing training tonight from these people who have done this and who know how to do it. And it's just huge because I didn't get this kind of training. I just had to figure it out. And I had to fumble around a little bit, and I had to really learn just through making mistakes. I made a ton of mistakes. I posted a lot of things that were complete duds that nobody commented on. And then I posted things that, were really helpful and really hit a nerve, and people really commented on and really engaged with. So it's just been an amazing process, and I'm excited to share those secrets and tips with you tonight from all of us. So, this influence is not gained immediately, and know that you need to learn the tips and tricks and to really hone your skills. And that in part takes really putting yourself out there and posting things that maybe you didn't think you ever would. But it's just, I've been tilling the soil for 10 years, and I've learned a lot along the way. I will also say that I am not embarrassed anymore when I post. It's really become my community. It's a forum for me, and it's really exciting to be able to share and teach and do all these things on social media. This is how I built my business. And odds are, I'd love to know from you how you joined Young Living. What got you curious? Was it something that a friend was posting about that you just were like, what are these things? I want to know more about this. And so you ended up asking her, hey, what is this? I want to know more. If you joined because of that reason, raise your hand and comment. Even if you're watching on the replay, please comment and let me know, because I think that in the poll that I ran in my group, that's how most people join. I mean, you either were intrigued by some social media posts and ended up going to a class, or you just messaged your friend and said, I am ready to get started. And when I posted this poll in the group, and I posted it also in our Diamond group, I realized this is how most people join. And so this is like such untapped potential for you to really share in an explosive way, and to know that this is so simple to just post on Facebook or Instagram. I mean, those are the two, and probably adding in YouTube if you like to do videos, but those are two really awesome places that you can post on that, you don't need to have a blog. I mean, I really don't even blog anymore, because if I post my blog on Facebook, nobody even clicks on it. But, I do have a blog if you want to go look at it. Someone was saying they didn't even know how many chocolate recipes I had, but that's another story. We are in here to train you in a way that shows you that we are, in fact, all in sales. But we are all in sales not just because of Young Living. When you try and sell your kid on eating broccoli for dinner, or to get your husband to get all the things done on your honey-do list, that's sales. So really, what's the key to all of this? I'm going to go through and explain a number of points, and then we have some really exciting announcements to make at the end of this Zoom. So you're going to want to stay on so that you can jump on that first, okay? All right, so people are just people, no matter if they are online or if they are in person. Just going to say that again. People are just people, whether they are, you're seeing them online or in person. So I want you to always remember that, because often, we let our guard down on social media and we forget that we're actually talking to real humans, and we are. And so everything that you comment, everything that you post is reflective of you as a person and how you treat others who are also people. And money comes from those people. So building that trust and being a kind and praiseworthy and pure and honest person in an online forum like Facebook is super important. I cannot stress this enough, but you got to listen. This is super important, because this is what's going to attract people to you. When you post on Facebook, how excited are you when someone comments on your post? I see a lot of people asking about that. How do we get people to engage? How do I get people to just comment instead of getting that one like and crickets? Believe me, I know, I've been there. What I'm about to share with you is just plain simple kindness, and has absolutely nothing to do with selling someone a kit. So get that out of your head. You are not, a caricature of a salesperson. Sales is merely about filling a need. And so it's going to help you to sell a ton of things with Young Living if you master it, and you're also going to be helping a lot of people. So who's excited? Who wants to know more? Let's talk about how to craft an awesome social media post, and then we're going to get into some of the details of what is going to help you the most. Okay? This business is really about consistency. One post about selling a kit is not what we're talking about here today. All right? Okay. So this is not going to be the next, 20 minutes of me explaining like how to write a post on how to sell a premium starter kit. Is that cool with y'all? Because that's not what's going to help you to really build that fertile soil and that trust and attract people to you, where they are just coming to you and messaging you and saying, hey, I'd love to get started. How would you like that if someone just came and chased you down instead of you having to follow up with them? Because that's what we're about to do. Yes. Okay. So with that, I'm going to turn it over. We've got 7 points here that we're going to make, and then we're going to give you some examples, and then we've got our awesome announcement. So number 1, Stephanie Moram, let's talk about being real here. Let me get her unmuted. Are you there? You unmuted yourself. Awesome.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I need to make you the spotlight here. Okay.
Hey guys. Sorry, you can see my mess in the background. So I'm going to talk about authenticity. So my big thing is being authentic. So what does that mean, being authentic? It's being who you are. So it's posting on Facebook if that's what if that's your platform that you're using. I'm assuming that's what we're talking about right now. So you want to be authentic, right? So you want to post about your life. You want to post what's going on. So like Lindsay said, you're not posting over and over again that you're using Young Living products and using Young Living products. You want to post what is going on in your life, and you want to be real and you want to be vulnerable, but you want to keep out the complaining. So it's okay to post about stuff that's not going well in your life without complaining. So there's
I'm on the live video.
There's a huge difference between posting about what's going on in your life, like a lot of people do hashtag mom fail or something like that. That's being vulnerable and showing people that you're human. But there's a difference between going on social media and complaining about, like Lindsay was saying before, you're complaining about your job, you're complaining about this, you're complaining about that. That's not going to attract people. And I always say your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you're complaining on social media all the time, guess who you're attracting? You're going to attract complainers as well. So you really want to be authentic on social media. You want to be posting pictures about your life. You want to post pictures about your traveling. Lindsay just posted a picture of the diffuser that Ella did with the pumpkin picture on it. She's showing her life. She's showing kindness that Ella did. But then she's also, product placement, the diffuser in the background. So she's showing her life, she's being authentic, and she's getting engagement from people. So you want to get people to be curious about your posts. You don't want to be an open book and then they're like, well, I don't need to ask her any more questions because she just gave me everything. You want to be curious and authentic when you're posting on Facebook. And that's either posting pictures or that's doing Facebook Lives. Facebook loves video. So it's, posting a video on Facebook. They're going to be talking more about that after, about specific posts. But my whole thing is about really, really, really being authentic on Facebook. And like Lindsay said, not posting like, hey, buy a kit now, or PM me if you want to learn more. That's not going to make someone curious. It's actually going to turn them around. So the next topic is going to be how to get conversations to start. And that is inviting people into your world by asking a question. And I believe that leads into the second point, which someone else is going to jump in, is getting people to want to engage with you. So it's opening up yourself and then getting people to be curious about your life and want to ask questions about it.
Thank you so much, Steph. That was awesome. And it's just, your talk, I can mention, was amazing. And I think a lot of people listening were there. So thank you so much. So important. Being conversational is what I want to talk about next. So if you are writing a post, and, again, we're going to hone these skills, but if you are writing a post, you want to think about writing it to your sister or your mother. That is what I mean when I say be conversational. And you can go back and read it before you post it and think about it to yourself. Like, would I say this to my best friend? Would I say this to my mother this way? Would I write it this way? Or does it sound like I'm talking to like I'm not talking to anybody that I know. I'm being too formal or I'm being too salesy. Read through your posts and say, oh, is this like a friendly post? Like you wouldn't say, hey, to your friend, hey, PM me for more information. You would, I mean, I know that I would never say that if I was actually talking to somebody. I don't know about you, but I would probably just be like, here, click here if you want this. Probably would say be that direct, but that's just me. Or, you know, I would just be more direct, just be more conversational. I think that's super important. The other thing I want to note on when you're crafting a post is that you want to think about who you're talking to. A lot of people will be like, hey, Facebook, or hey, Oilers, or hey, friends, or hey, Austinites, or hey, Houstonians, or hey, El Paso. This is not what we want to do on Facebook. The whole thing is it's a personal thing. When you're looking at your news feed and you're reading through, think about what posts catch your eye. And if you look back at the ones that catch your eye, it is the ones that are talking to you directly, where you actually feel like I am talking to you and not a bunch of other people. You aren't part of a group. You are you. And you want to talk to one person. So when you are writing your post, think about that. I am talking to you. I am not talking to y'all or you guys. I'm talking to one person. It will totally change what happens when you write a post, when you think about it that way. I also want to pass this over to Ashley Diet. If you are there, Ashley, I know you are headed back from a class, so I'm going to unmute you.
Can y'all hear me? Y'all, yes. On purpose?
Yes. Are you, you're not on video here.
No, I'm driving, so I'm just going to talk if that's okay.
Okay. No, I can see you.
Oh, that's not good. Let me stop it.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that. So 2 things just about how to engage people. So you do these great posts as Steph and Lindsay have outlined for us, but then talking about scrolling or going on social media, I think a lot of us get lost, and you might not waste time necessarily, but you go on there and you're like, hey, I'm working, I'm doing something, I'm gaining contact. So these 2 points will really help you with focusing your time. And the first one might seem a little overwhelming, but I will tell you, for me, it just helped me in my scattered brain focus on people and not on just gleaning information and getting overwhelmed with Facebook. And that is commenting and not just liking or merely reading. So if you're scrolling, you want to be intentional with your time. And even if you're not sure who those people are you're targeting or your prospects, you just want to look at maybe the first, 5 people at first. The goal for me every day is 10 comments on posts. Maybe it's just 5 people. We're saying, okay, the first 5 people in my newsfeed, I'm going to comment on their post to let them know that I hear them, I see them, they are important, and I do care about what it is that they took the time to post. So likes, they really don't mean much to any of us on social media. Think about people that like your post. You probably aren't sitting there saying, oh, I'm so glad that Sandy liked my post. But when Sandy comments and she says, wow, Ethan is really growing up. It's amazing to see the way you're able to play with your kids. Or, wow, how fun tonight you can spend time with your college roommate, Ashley. I love that relationship. Whatever it is, you want to be genuine. You don't want to say words like awesome or that's so cool. Like, you want to engage with what it is that they're trying to get engagement on. If it's a question like, what's your favorite recipe? You don't want to comment, I love butternut squash. Like, no, you want to share your favorite recipe. Hey, Lindsay, I love this recipe of butternut squash. This is also another favorite, maybe even 2 comments. Whatever it is, you want to truly engage where they are. If they ask a question, give them an answer. If they just write something, comment specifically on that post. So the goal is 10 a day. For me, and I think for a lot of us, if you're brand new, then maybe try 5 a day. When I mean by brand new is if that concept is new to you, don't overwhelm yourself. And if once you get doing that, it will literally help with Facebook algorithms make those people that you're commenting on be at the top of your news feed. So that prospect list, I'm not going to go into the details of how to make that, but again, just doing that and making sure on Facebook you're knowing that commenting with intentionality and commenting on the same people's posts to really let them know that you care about them, you see them, they are known to you. And then the second part of that, and this is something that I have failed at miserably at the beginning of this business, and now it's something that I cannot say enough. And that is, guys, when you see someone that you want to engage with, make sure you take the time to look at their personal profile, look at the last post they made, the last 5 posts they made, look at their profile picture, look at what they have for the area they live in, look at their job. The worst thing you can do is message someone and say, hey, how are you? I can't wait to reconnect. Maybe something about someone you haven't seen in a long time. Where do you live? And it's on their Facebook profile. It's like St. Louis, Missouri, and they're married. You're like, hey, are you married? And they have on there like a link to their husband, and their profile picture is their husband, and their wedding picture is their husband and them. Like, guys, you want to do your homework so that you can engage them in a meaningful manner. So if you're talking to them and saying, hey, I saw the past few posts about your preschooler and how much that he's missed school, just thinking of you. You don't want to say, hey, I have thieves that'll help you not get sick. No, just thinking of you and, wondering what you're doing to help with that, or just whatever you're doing in a private message, make sure you do your homework. I know for me, when I have people do that, to me, if it makes sense, I am so much more likely to engage with them and really know that, like, they're for me. They care about me. Even if it's them being salesy at their root, I don't know that, because I just know that they looked at me. I feel seen and known, which we know are so important, just like in person. Connecting back to Lindsay's point, people in social media are people in real life. Like, they are people. Them reading your message. I try really hard to do a lot of Facebook messages with the actual audio feature. If you don't have that, you can click on the little 3 button more, and you can do the actual voice 1 minute limit memo. I find that really helpful to be genuine when I'm saying, hey, I saw this and I was thinking about you. I'm driving right now, but just know that you're about to move to San Francisco. Well, I have a friend there I'd love to connect you with. So guys, you cannot have sales in mind. You're just connecting with people after going and gleaning that information. So I hope that helped. I know I was rambling a lot and not in video, but thanks so much, you guys. And just as a FYI, if you don't know this, I was not a blogger before, did not have social media presence before, and still don't really think I do. I just think that I've learned how to use it in a way that's connected me to people. And it's been amazing. It's definitely how I get most of my enrollments.
Yes, and you've been hugely successful at it. And I think that's a really good point for anyone listening, is that we all started out having no clue how to do this, and it's all just one post at a time, how you build influence. It's one post, one person, one relationship at a time. Thank you, Ashley. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Tracy, who, let me just make sure you are unmuted. Tracy, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to talk next about is how often do you post? Really, you want to post often, because if you only post once a week, nobody's going to see you at all. So it's kind of like this with Facebook in particular, and other social media networks as well, but in particular Facebook, the more that you post, the more that they're going to show your posts to other people. It's an algorithm that they have. When they see that you're posting and that people are engaging on your post, they're going to see that post as having high value. So not only high value in your content, but the post itself is going to be valuable on Facebook. So, I know it can be sort of, when you're first getting started, you're like, I'm just going to put everything out there. And here's what I'll say is, really kind of come up with what I like to call your personal brand. Okay. So think about 3 to 5 topics that you want to be known for, and really post regularly about that. You've heard Lindsay and Ashley and Steph talk about providing value, right? This is where you provide value. There's something so unique about you that you can share with. Like, you need to have a degree in something to be able to share something, right? Like, you don't have to have a degree in aromatherapy to share about oils. You don't need to be a professionally trained chef, right, to share your favorite recipes. Really, you know more about something than the average person. So share, and that's really sort of where the value kind of comes in play. And I'll kind of tell you, when I was sort of working on this, I was thinking, okay, what do I want to be known for? And this is sort of where it all kind of comes into play, is think about 3 to 5 topics that you want to be known for. So for me personally, it's gluten-free food, minimalism. You guys see me posting about minimalism a lot. And of course, natural living. So these are things that I post about really often. So really come up with those topics, because here's the thing, when someone has a question about minimalism or natural living, guess who they go to, right? In my friend network, they come to me because they see me posting about that often. And here's what I want to put out there is, you know, when you're sort of posting, don't post from a place of fear, right? Sort of posting these articles or sharing from other sort of, you know, third-party websites that's like, you know, danger of XYZ, right? Watch out for ABC. You don't want to post from a place of making people feel ashamed or fearful, right? We want to make them feel positive and happy, like, yes, I want to go there. Because when you sort of post from that place of fear, they're like, ugh. They're kind of, I don't know if I want to do that. I need to look into this, you know? It doesn't sort of build that trust. So think about that and think about how you can do that on a regular basis. My sort of general rule of thumb is, you know, post every single day. If you can post twice a day, that's awesome. But at 1 in every 5 posts or so, you want to post about oils. And there's so many ways to do this. It's not just like Lindsay was saying earlier, hey, get some oils from me. I got a sale going on right now, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to get into this sort of used cars salesman type of position. We want to educate. We want to provide value. And we do that in so many different ways. You can put the diffuser in the background, which is like we talked about earlier, while you're talking about some healthy foods that you want to make, right? It's still in the background. You could talk about, you know, how you replace the air fresheners in your home with a diffuser, or you made your own DIY air freshener in a spray bottle. That's all fantastic value that you could be providing to people. So post often. You think you're posting a lot, you're probably not posting enough. So post at least once a day. If you can go for twice a day, that's gravy. The other thing that I'll say is, you know, you really want to edify and refer people. So edification, you hear us talking about this all the time. Edification is really about building other people up, right? So rather than criticizing, right, or putting that kind of, you know, again, negativity kind of out there, you want to edify. You know, for instance, you know, if I was going to share a post from Lindsay, like something that she did, I would go, my really good friend Lindsay, who's so knowledgeable about all of these things, just wrote this. I admire her so much. And then boom, I put it on my Facebook feed. Guess what that's going to do for other people? It's going to build trust. They're going to have trust not only in me, but trust in Lindsay as well, because there's sort of this positivity going back and forth. So always be edifying other people. So that's really, really important. Okay, so we've got some questions asking about posts on your Facebook personal timeline and in your group. And here's sort of a recommendation that I'll put out there. On your personal profile, I do recommend posting at least once a day, like I said earlier. Once or twice a day, 1 in 5 topics, be about oils, post about your family, post about, you know, those topics on your personal brand. And here's one more tip, do selfies. I'm one of those people who did not like to do selfies because I'm like, I want to do selfies. I got to do my hair, right? I got to put on my makeup. But here's the thing. People love to see pictures of you. Hands down, you post a selfie, it will get 10 times the engagement than any other kind of post that you do. Or if you do babies, people love babies, right? So post pictures of your families, do selfies of yourself, get used to it and get comfortable doing it. This is all about growing, right? And getting out of our comfort zone. People want to see you. I know some of you are saying no selfies, but you know what? People want to see you. That's why they want to connect with you online. So, you know, get outside of your comfort zone and do that. Okay, so now I wanted to kind of, go and start talking about a special surprise that we had talked about earlier, and that is, drum roll, we're going to be doing a 30-day social media challenge. Are you guys ready for this? I am so excited about this. So we've learned so much tonight, but now it's time to put all of that learning into action. If you guys know me, you know I'm all about the action, right? So we're going to do a 30-day social media challenge. And so we're going to make it so super simple. We're going to break it down and show you step by step how you can post for the next 30 days to improve your social media skills and to get noticed. In the end, what we're going to show you and what you're going to learn You're going to provide value to others, because here's the thing, when you provide value to others, they will listen to you, and that's how you build influence. So I know what some of you are thinking, right? You're like, I post all the time, nobody listens. You need this 30-day challenge. I'm especially talking to you, because what you say online can repel others or it can attract others. What you say online can create engagement, likes and comments. It can make people curious, or it can be crickets when you post. So we're going to show you how to post in a way and exactly what you can do so that you can get the engagement and attract others. The other thing we're going to show you is how to create those authentic connections like Steph was talking about, and also how to make friends online. You do not want to miss this. So who wants to join the 30-day social media challenge, right? Okay, so listen up. This is what we're going to do. We're going to launch a Facebook group that you can join, and you'll get prompts on what to post each day for 30 days. And here's what we want you guys to do, okay? We want you to share your posts, right? So we're going to do like day 1, day 2, day 3. We want you to share on each of them. And if you share for all 30 days, right, we're going to have kind of a special prize for you. So who is excited about this? Not only are we going to show you, we're going to share our sort of best strategies, right? But we're also going to see what other people are posting to get some great ideas. And there's a special prize. Who doesn't love prizes, right? So who is excited? Yes, yes, yes. Tell us in the comments. We're going to launch Thursday. So stay tuned for more details. So excited about this. I'm going to turn it back over to Lindsay to close this out.
Thank you so much, Tracy. That was awesome. I hope you got a lot of good introductory tips. I mean, it's half an hour call, guys. You're not going to learn everything on a half an hour call, but it is half an hour more than I ever got when I had no clue what I was doing. So you are so blessed. But I'm just super excited about this social media challenge that we're going to be collaborating on. You are not going to believe the tips that you are going to get in here. And not only that, we're going to be able to help some of you critique your Facebook personal profile and the posts that you write. So you're going to get that personal attention, potentially, depending on how engaged you are in the challenge and in the challenge group. So this is just going to help you explode and get so many people reaching out to you, and it's going to help you just cultivate that soil. Some of you need to build up your friends online, your presence online. You know, you're at various stages in the game here. So what you get out of it is what you put into it. So really excited. We're going to share the link as soon as I end this call. I will post it in the group, and so will all of these other lovely ladies, and you can click and join, and we will be starting on Thursday. Super excited. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you for joining live. If you're watching on the replay, we will make sure that you are able to get a link to this as well. And if you're watching this like a month from now, we're going to continue this, and we're going to give opportunities for others to be able to participate. So have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.